not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Happy Sunday. This is our first live stream for this year. I'm excited to get into some church. It's February. We got a lot of action this week. So, like I said, I'm excited to get into charts. We're going to wait for a few more people to get on, and we're going to get right to it. Ish, what's going on, man? It's been a minute. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Happy New Year. We back in it, man. Behind the scenes, we've been doing quite a few things, so I'm provide some updates as well as to some of the things that we've been doing, some of the videos to expect, and all of that kind of thing. So it's gonna be a pretty exciting year. And we're gonna probably give everybody probably a couple more minutes before we hop in it, and then we're gonna go ahead and get in it, y'all. And then I got some exciting news to kind of let you guys know as well. Some of the things that we've been working on behind the scenes, it's not quite ready yet. I'll probably give it another month and a half, but I'm gonna let you guys know what we've been working on. Let's see, what time is it? 2:04. All right, one more minute, y'all, and we're gonna go ahead and get in it. Hey, if anyone have any pairs as well that y'all want to see marked up, go ahead and put them in the chat, and I'd be happy to mark them up. All right, so let's go ahead and start with a word of prayer. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day, Lord. We want to thank you for life, health, and strength, Lord. I pray that anyone that's on this channel, I pray that they are well. I pray that they continue to see that there is value within this particular channel, Lord. I pray that they are with this channel, it can help someone become financially free. I hope that if we can just help just one person, I pray that this particular resource can be a tool to help them become financially free and understand that this tool is a tool that comes from you. And Lord, we love you, we praise you, in Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right into it. We have a lot of action that's going on within the markets this week. Being that this is the first week of the month, closing out the week, and also the first week of the month, we're going into NFP. And so let's go ahead and jump into it. So, well, actually, before we start that, I'm going to give you guys an insight on some of the things that we've been working on behind the scenes. So we've been really we've been really trying to produce something that will help individuals, pretty much have passive income or whatever. So we've been working on a trading bot. This is not nothing that I usually, get into and things like that, but I've been really working behind the scenes to kind of make this thing, allow it to be a tool for others, just, for some people who don't have time to trade or don't know how to trade and things like that. So we've been working on an actual trading bot that will trade for people, trade the way that we trade and things like that. And so right now we're back testing this thing. So I'm back testing this thing. I've been back testing it since December. And so I want to give it another month because I want to make sure that the results are consistent. We're tallying up the data, and so far right now it's doing really good. So we've been tweaking a few things here and there, and so it's going to actually be pretty good when we unleash it, and we'll give you guys details on all of that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, we got a busy week this week in the news with a lot of pairs, so let's jump into it. So Sunday and Monday we pretty much don't have anything going on, and if we go ahead and jump into Tuesday, you can see we're starting off with CAD, USD, and NZD. NZD is probably going to be a little later in the day, about 3:45. So the markets are not really that active around that time, but if you are trading NZD, just be mindful that that's close to the close of the New York session. So you want to be mindful of that, because when 4 o'clock hits, that's when the markets kind of close and then they reopen. So NZD is going to pop off 15 minutes before. So anybody that trades NZD pairs, just be mindful of that. But Tuesday morning we'll have some action. All right. Going into Wednesday for the for the London session, we got Euro all day. We have some action. Then we have non-farm employment change starting off on Wednesday, 7:15. We got the ISM manufacturing PMI coming out at 9 o'clock. And then we got FOMC with USD at 1 p.m. So anytime you guys notice that we have FOMC in the middle of the day, there usually are some fireworks. So just be mindful, Wednesday is a huge day for USD pairs, okay? And we also got 1:30 FOMC press conference. So big day. Just be mindful of where you are within the market. If you're in pairs, just be careful if you're in any USD pairs on Wednesday, okay? Going into Thursday, we got GBP pairs that's going to really kick off at the start. As you can see this at the start of New York session around 6 a.m. Well, I'm sorry, right before New York session, closing out the almost into the New York session or whatever. Then Euro, we got Euro news at 7:15. That's not normal for us to have Euro at 7:15, but you can see it's going to be some fireworks on Thursday. We got monetary policy with Euro. We got USD kicking off about 7:30. We got Euro again at 7:45. And we got the ECB President Lagarde speak. So whenever he usually speaks, Euro usually have some nice movements and things like that. So we got some action definitely on the Euro for Thursday. We call that Euro Thursday or whatever you want to call it. But we got Swiss franc, we got chef pairs going off at 11:30 as well as 2:30, and then closing out the week on a Friday. Well, 2:30 on Friday we got chef kicking off in London, and then of course closing out in the week 7:30 and 9 o'clock we got USD pairs that go that non-farm employment change, which is going to be huge within the market. So definitely looking forward for this week. Just make sure that you guys are mindful of the news and which pairs that you're trading, because it's going to definitely be some fireworks this week. It's going to be a lot of movement. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the pairs. All right, we're going to start off with GBP USD and kind of look at where we're going. No, first off, you know what? Let's look at the DXY. Let's look at the dollar index, okay? Because this will give us some, because we know that we have a lot of movement on USD pairs. The dollar index will give us some kind of clue as to where the market might go. And so if you guys notice that the dollar index is bearish right now, this is the daily time frame, and we got pretty much the dollar pretty much down here, but you can see that it's bearish, and we might come down and tap this area. We see that we're coming to another low in this area right here, so we might get a bounce and turn around and things like that. So one confluence that we can understand, when the USD, when the DXY is bearish, when it's bearish, then all pairs with USD in the denominator are bullish, okay? So let's just be mindful of that. Since the DXY is bearish, most USD should be bullish unless we get a turnaround. And so it possibly can be a big turnaround, seeing with all of the news that we have, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so kicking it off with GBP USD. Pound versus USD. So one of the things that we can see on a daily time frame is that we Hey, what's going on, y'all? We back. We had a little technical difficulty over here. Apologize for that. So we back, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, let's get back into it, y'all. All right, so you, as you can see, we got a daily supply right up in this area right here. Price came up into this area and it started to consolidate a bit. As you can see, we got some wick to the upside, we got rejection here. So if we drop to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that price is actually consolidating right. Man, definitely not a good day today, but we're gonna make it a good day. We're gonna keep on rolling. All right, so check it out, y'all. All right, so check it out. So in this area right here, hey, what up though, bro? What up though? All right, so in this area right here, y'all, so we got some consolidation. We can see price kind of wicked out a little bit before it kind of went back up into this area here. All right, So hold on, let me make sure my mic not going in and out, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Hey, can y'all put something in the chat? Let me know y'all hear me. Okay, cool. All right, so on pound USD, y'all can see we got some consolidation in this area. So one of the things that we can do is we can wait for price to either break up or break down, but we can set alerts on these particular areas right here. And so with that, we just want to be patient, because right now we possibly is looking for a rejection in this area. Because if you notice on the 4-hour time frame, we had a higher high, higher low, higher high, and we had a break of structure. However, price is still consolidating, and this could be a fake out, you know, because a lot of times when you inside of consolidation, dude, what's really going on? Hey, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, it looked like the stream is still a little unsteady. And so if this continues, if it continues to go in and out, then we might have to cut the stream, y'all. And I apologize for that. Testing 1, 2. Hey, is it still going out for y'all? All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and continue. So as you can see on GBP USD, it's consolidating a bit. So one of the things that we want to do, we want to wait for price to either give us confirmation that it wants to break up or even break down, okay? Because a lot of times when you're consolidating, it'll give you fake out. So we want to see a distinctive break to the downside, or we want to see a distinctive break to the upside, and then a retest or something like that. So right now, one of the things that we want to do, okay, cool, appreciate it, Ish. So one of the things that we want to do for this particular consolidation, we can set alerts on this short-term low as well as this short-term high. Okay, so we can say GU breaks short-term low, and then we can say GU breaks short-term high. Okay, and so this will give us some sort of indication that it wants to possibly go up or wants to possibly go down, because whichever way it goes, it is gonna have to come back and retest to give us some sort of confirmation. But we want to see something distinctive. This can be a fake out. Like I said, you can see price came down a little bit and it started consolidating again. So we want to see something distinctive that'll actually give us a nice impulse up and then come back or to the downside. All right, one of the things I think might happen is that price might give us a fake up to the upside and then possibly go to the downside, because we've already reached a supply zone on a daily level and we might want to see a little bit of rejection. So in this area, we can see that price actually stopped. Let's see what price actually stopped at, if there's any key levels or anything like that that it's near. Okay, so it looked like it's near a mid-level right now. Price is right here around 1.24500, which is a mid-level. So this is the daily key level right here. So we want to see exactly what price is going to do. And then once it decides, we can see it possibly give us hopefully a break of structure, retest, and then we can take it to the downside, because we can see that we have, we have a couple demand zones in this area here that hasn't been mitigated. So that's what we want to kind of see. We drop to the 4 hour. Let's look and see what we have as well. Let's go ahead and make this a little bigger. So on a 4 hour time frame, one that has not been mitigated. We got an H4 demand down in this area here. So hopefully one of the things that we possibly can see is a break of structure, retest, and then possibly come down to this area here. But we want to be patient. So either way that it goes, we set our alerts right in this area just to kind of see exactly what price is going to do. Okay. All right, what's going on with the camera, y'all? All right, camera tripping, so we're gonna go right to full screen. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and go over to EU, because we know we got a lot of noise. We got a lot of action on EU. So let's go ahead and see exactly what EU is going to give us. All right, so if we're on the daily time frame with EU, one of the things that you guys can see is we're in up structure on EU. From a daily perspective, we got higher high, higher low, and higher high in this area here. We can see right up in this area, let's look at possibly, well, this key level is right around this 1.09 thousand. We can tell, for those that understand price action, these two the candles right here, this is a tweezer top. This planted a tweezer top perfectly on this particular level, which lets us know that's a reversal pattern in itself. And so with this tweezer top here, price is probably going to dip off to the downside. It might give us a retest somewhere within our golden zone and continue up, but let's actually see exactly what's going on. All right. So if we drop over to the 4 hour time frame, let's look at it. So one of the things, let's look at our structure first. We can see in this area, it's a lot of consolidation, a lot of noise. So we're gonna choose this one here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And so we don't have another higher high that confirmed as of yet, because if you look at this, these are in essence almost equal highs. Well, this is a liquidity grab, so we don't necessarily want to look at this as a structure break unless we get an actual candle to close above this wick over here. So right now, we're still in bullish momentum. This area here, this is our lower low in this area right here. So we're in essence in consolidation as well, which is kind of sort of giving us some of the same patterns that it is with GU. So we can pretty much do almost the same thing. We can set alerts to see or determine exactly which way price wants to go. So if we drop it down to the 1 hour time frame, we can see price a little bit more. Higher high, higher low, same thing. We got consolidation. So we just want to be patient and see exactly what it's going to do. So we're going to actually do the same thing that we did for GU. So we got EU breaks short-term high. Go ahead and make this a short-term high situation. And we also have EU breaks short-term low. Okay. There we go. So right now we got price consolidating. We want to see if it's going to break up or down, whichever way it's going to do. Okay, so we just want to be patient with this particular pair because it's consolidating. We don't want to make any false moves or anything like that, because a lot of times what the banks will do, they'll shoot price up, they'll shoot price down, come back, and then go in another direction. So we just want to be patient with that. Okay, Let's go over to USD CAD. Okay. So as we looked at the dollar index earlier today, we noticed that the dollar index was bearish. And because USD CAD, USD is in a numerator on this particular pair, it should show bearish as well. So if we're looking at this from a daily perspective, we can see, let's look at historically what the pair has been doing. Okay. We got higher high, higher low, higher high. We see in this area, it literally gave us a head and shoulders pattern in this area when it actually broke down. So if we look at it here, we got head, shoulder, shoulder, and then when it gave us that pattern, it gave us a break of structure right here on a daily time frame. Okay, this was the daily BOS right here in this area here. And so when we got our daily break of structure, price came back. Let's look at it. So we took it from the swing high and the swing low. And as you guys can see, price came back and tapped within our golden zone on our FEBs, right in this area here. Okay. You can see price tapped into our golden zone up in this area here, which was fair game for price to retrace and go in the other direction. Okay, so if we go to the 4-hour time frame, let's look at it. We see we had massive consolidation in this area here initially, right up in here. We had mass consolidation in this area, and then price decided to come out, retest, and then shoot to the downside. So right now, from a 4-hour perspective, here's what we're looking at. We have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. I'm sorry, lower high, and then lower low. Okay. So in this area here, you can see that we're in bearish momentum. So let's drop to the 1 hour just to see if we have anything as well. So on the 1 hour time frame, we're pretty much in bearish momentum as well, but we can see price a little bit more in detail and possibly catch a move on the 1 hour or even the 15. So on the 1 hour, we can see we're still in bearish momentum. But let's see something. Lower high, lower low, lower high. Here we go. So from an H1 perspective, this is our break of structure for the 1 hour here. Okay, this is our break of structure, so we can set an alert here in case price wants to reverse. USD CAD 1 hour BOS. Okay, but let's drop it to the 15-minute as well, just to see exactly what we have going on that time frame. Okay, so from a 15-minute perspective, we can see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, possibly lower low. Let's see. Equal lows in this area here. So it's all the same. This is all the lower low. But from a 15-minute perspective, here's our 15-minute break of structure. Okay. We got a 15-minute, let's see, USD CAD 15-minute break of structure. Okay, so what are we looking for? One of the things that we're looking for is possibly for price, break structure, give us a retest on an unmitigated demand zone, and then shoot to the upside. But right now, what we can see, just like opposite of EU and GU, we can see consolidation in this area. We can see consolidation right here in this area. And a lot of consolidation happens before massive moves. And we can see that this week, we have a lot of news coming along. So we got massive consolidation in this area. And from a retail trader perspective, what do you guys see? You see a double bottom. You got your W's right here for a double bottom, which might indicate to some retail traders that price will go up. But like I said, a lot of times the banks, they understand that retail traders are looking at price in this area. So you want to make sure that you're mindful of where price is going. Okay, you don't want to just jump in and just say, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and if price come back down here, I'm gonna put my entry here, stop loss right here, and situation like here or something like that. Because like I said, the banks, they can shoot up, they can shoot down, kill all of that, and then you'll be out. So you want to wait for the move. You want to wait for distinctive moves to shoot up through here, then give you a retest. You want to wait for this consolidation to actually break. Okay, so we're going to set alerts on USD CAD as well. USD CAD breaks short-term high. USD CAD breaks short-term low. That way it let us know that it's trying to break out of this consolidation. Okay, and it's a patient game, because like you saw on the news, there is no action today or tomorrow, so we don't have nothing really to do but to wait, just to kind of see what the market wants to give us. We don't want to impose our emotions or anything. We want to make sure we're not using emotions when we're in this thing. We want to make sure we're trading robotically, but we want to take what the market gives us. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to AU. And also, you guys, if you guys want to see any pairs, go ahead and put them in the chat and I'll be happy to mark them up. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at AU. All right, this was a pair that we were actually stalking a lot last week, and it didn't, we caught a little bit on it, but it didn't give us the big move that we were looking for last week. And so it's possible that it can happen this week. And so if we look at AU from a high time frame perspective, you can tell that it was bearish. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And we have price creep all the way back up in this area, possibly breaking structure on a weekly time frame, because this is a weekly lower high right here, you guys. But if we hone in on price a little bit, for some of my price action traders, what do we see? Again, in this area right here, we got a tweezer top, which is a reversal pattern in itself. Tweezer top right on this area in this daily supply zone right here. And so this lets us know we have 1 rejection, 2 rejection, 3 rejection. However, this candle right here didn't close below this candle, so we still want to be patient. And because we have this tweezer top right here, right smack in the middle of this daily supply, if we go to a smaller time frame, lo and behold, we got consolidation, just like on the other pairs. Okay, got a lot of consolidation. Let's drop to the 1 hour. Consolidation in these areas right here. I'm gonna move this one down just a tad. As you can see, we consolidating. All it is a waiting game. It's not too much action or too much stuff that we can do, but just be ready for it when it happens. AU breaks short-term high. And this is our short-term low right here for AU. And another thing, you guys, for those who are in our Discord chat, I'm going to put all of these alerts in our Discord chat. That way, when this alert go off, everybody will be able to see these particular alerts. AU breaks short-term low. Okay. All right. Just like with AU, it's just a waiting game. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and go to EG. Let's go to Euro GBP. It's one of the pairs that I started back trading again. I like the way it moves. And so let's go ahead and look at EG. So from a daily perspective, we can see price had a huge impulse to the upside, and then it started to consolidate a bit in this area here. Started to consolidate. Price started to break out of the consolidation, but it's right back in it, as you can see. It's right back in it. And so one of the things that we do notice from a daily perspective, we had let's look at it. We had a break of structure in this area right here on the daily time frame. Okay. We had a daily BOS right here. Daily break of structure, retest, which actually tapped into this supply zone here. This was a daily supply. Right here, you can see price right here, tapped into that daily supply, and then it started to make bearish momentum. Okay, so we had lower low, lower high, lower low. We got a break of structure in this area right here on the daily time frame, but it's still, like I said, it was consolidating a bit. So we had a break of structure right here, daily break of structure. Okay, came back, gave us a retest right within this entire supply zone here. We had a bullish, bearish, bullish. Demand zone. We had this demand zone here, or we can look at this entire demand zone here, either one. This was a daily demand in this area here. We can see price tapped into this. It took out liquidity, came back up, consolidated a bit, and then it decided to shoot off to the upside. Okay. So from this break of structure, that was our break of structure, letting us know that price wanted to go up, retest, then price started to shoot up. Okay. If we drop to a 4-hour time frame, let's look at market structure. So from here, it started to create higher highs and higher lows. As you can see, we had a break of structure, price came back, bearish momentum, came up, broke structure again, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we had a massive break of structure in this area here. And what did it do? It broke one short-term low, it broke a second structural low here, and then from there it decided to give us our retest. Okay, let's go to the daily for a second. So as you can see, it broke these short-term lows here, and it decided to pull back right into this daily supply zone right here. Okay, you can see price tapped into this daily supply zone and then dipped off to the downside. Okay, so if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see the correlation with that. So on a 4-hour time frame, we can tell that we were in bullish momentum initially. Even right here, we got a break of structure on the 4-hour time frame in this area here, but we never got that retest like we wanted. We possibly got it on a smaller time frame though. Nah, we actually didn't get the retest that we wanted. So we're still possibly due for a pullback, but then again, it might not come back because you can see that we're clear in bearish momentum right now. But let's look and see exactly what price is trying to achieve, or where is it gonna go. Okay, because from a 4-hour perspective, you can see we did get a pullback, which created that lower high. So it might not come all the way back up in this area, you guys, because from a 4-hour perspective, we've already created that lower high and lower low that actually broke this area here. So we're in bearish momentum. And right now, this is the supply zone that we're actually looking at for price to possibly tap into and continue to the downside. However, let's look and see what let's go to the daily for a second. So if price breaks this area here, I'll be looking for price to possibly come down to this demand zone in this area here, because as you can see, we have a large candle here with a huge imbalance. So none of this area here is mitigated yet. So price needs to come down and close out these unfulfilled orders in this area here. Okay, so if we drop to the 1 hour, pretty much the same thing. 15 minute, same thing. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. However, on a 15 minute though, this is our break of structure in case price wants to turn around on a 15 minute time frame. Okay, so our 15 minute break of structure, EG 15 minute BOS. Okay, all right, so right now, you know, price is consolidating as well. Not a lot, but you know, it's still a consolidation. So we want to see exactly what price is going to do. If it's going to come up, break structure, or if it's going to come up and shoot to the downside. We don't know. So we could put an alert down in this area here just to see exactly what price is going to do. We'll call this our short-term low. So whichever way it goes, EG breaks, short-term low. Whichever way it goes, you know, we'll just be ready for, you know, whatever the market gives us. But I probably, if it breaks this area, you know, today, I probably won't look at anything today, just because I probably won't do any trading on a Sunday. I'll probably wait for the market to kind of readjust with itself. Okay. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and look at gold. We're gonna close it out with gold. So let's go ahead and break gold down. Let's look at it from a weekly perspective. Okay. So if we're looking at gold, one of the things that we can see is that gold was creeping up on a weekly supply right up in this area here. You can see gold had a daily break of structure all the way back in November, but it never ever really gave us a true retest 50% or greater. Like, it just kept going. It started following this daily trend right here, and then I fanned it out to a 4-hour trend. So if I go to the daily time frame, let me close this area here. You guys can see that price was following this daily trend here, and then price decided to go in a steeper trend up in this area, which was an H4 trend that I decided to fan out. So right now, price came up to this weekly supply in this area here, and then started to give us some rejection. And we can see that it actually came back a little bit to this H4 trend. One of the things I'd like to see for price to come up a little bit higher into this daily supply and possibly take out this imbalance in this area here. However, if we drop to the 4-hour time frame, you can see price is pretty much giving us some consolidation, just like it was on the other USD pairs. We can see we do have a nice little poke out in this area here, but it came back right into consolidation. Okay, so if we drop to the 1 hour, we can actually see that a little bit more. We have consolidation. It's the wrong situation. We got consolidation just like so, right in these areas here. Price poked out a little bit, came back, started to consolidate some more. So if you want to break it down a little bit more though, you can see the consolidation is slightly smaller in this area here. So we can focus on this area here as opposed to this. Okay, so this is the consolidation that we want to focus on, because price started to give a smaller consolidated box, so to speak. Okay, so with that, we can go ahead and do the same thing we did with everything else. Short-term high, short-term low, go breaks, short-term high, go breaks, there we go, and we come down here, low breaks, short-term low. Okay. And there we go. So right now we got some consolidation in this area. And so we just want to see exactly what price want to do. One of the things, like I said, I would like to see is for gold to shoot up in this area here, possibly come back down. However, if we go back to the daily time frame, we can see we got a lot of rejection in this area here, but we also have rejection in this area here. We pretty much looks like we have a bearish engulfing, price coming back to retest 50% of this candle here, and we might go ahead and get that dip to the downside. So we just want to be patient and see exactly what it's going to do. We can see a lot of this rejection right here. If we notice, is right around the 120 area. So we put a line right here. We can see a lot of the key level of 120, key level, and we just put 120. We can see that price is respecting this area a whole lot. Price come down, never closes, rejects, come down here, rejects. All of these rejections on the 1920 area. So when we get a candle closure under this area, then we know that price possibly really wants to go ahead and break and go ahead and do exactly what it wants to do. But however, a lot of pairs right now are consolidating, pretty much getting ready for the big moves of the week. So just be mindful that there's going to be some massive moves this week. So just be mindful, you guys. Make sure you guys use proper risk management and be careful in the markets this week. Be careful when you're trading your different pairs. Like I said, fireworks are going to start on Tuesday. USD pairs are going to start kicking off on Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit on Thursday, but definitely on Friday. For those that are trading euro pairs, that's going to be Thursday, and GBP pairs. So for that EG pair that we were looking at, EG, it's going to have a lot of news on Thursday. And it's going to probably be wishy-washy because that's GBP, so it's going to go up or down. Whichever way it's going to go, it's going to be shooting through the roof. But for Euro USD, we're going to see a lot of news for that particular pair on Thursday. For those who trade NZD pairs, 3 o'clock, 3:45 on Tuesday, you're going to see some news. Okay. Hey, you guys, are there anyone who have any other questions or have any requests for any other pairs? I'd be happy to mark them up right now. And also, guys, I apologize for the issues that we had earlier. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that situation. Yeah, we're still having issues with our camera, but that's okay. We ain't gonna worry about it. We still were able to get through it. All right, y'all. So if there are no more or if there are no requests, hey, I appreciate you guys hopping on. I'll see you guys on the next stream that we'll do. And like I said, we have some big things coming. We're still working on a trading bot that can possibly help individuals earn some passive income and things like that. Also, we got some new videos dropping, and like I said, it's always a pleasure to work with you guys. So like I said, I'll see you guys on the next video. We out.